Hi, my name is Danielle Merrick, and my company is Simply Said Events and Invitations.
Where are you located at, Danielle?
We are located in St. Louis, but I do pretty much all of the Metro East area as well.
How long have you both been planning weddings?
Well, it's just me right now that's planning weddings. I do have a couple of interns that help me, but I've been in business for 4 years.
How did you get started in your business?
I actually got started planning my own wedding in 2007. Everyone always came up to me during the wedding and after the wedding asking me, oh my God, your favors, they're mini potted bamboo. Where did you come up with that idea? And how did you get them? And I was like, well, I made them. I came up with the idea myself. I got the mini pot, hand painted them, got the bamboo from California, and potted each one. And they were a place card as well, kind of made my own place card and attached it, and just there were tons of other unique ideas that were in there, and tons of people loved them, and they said, oh, this is the best wedding, and people still talk about my wedding, and it's been 3 years. So basically they said, you should do this for a living. And I'm like, you know what, I should. So I started my business, and it's just been taking off since then.
How would you describe your styles? Do you have a signature style?
I would say my style is fresh, chic, and elegant.
Simply Said. How many weddings have you planned to date?
I've planned about 50 weddings.
Wow, a lot. You're very busy. Tell me a specific story where you have saved someone's wedding.
One story, I guess it was last summer, she actually had her wedding on a golf course, and I would say about 30 couples showed up that did not RSVP. We had no extra seating for them, no place cards, no extra food, because they only usually put about 10% extra food in, and that went through already. So I had to run rampant, get tables set up, plates out, have the back get more food going. It was just a mess. And then their wedding was actually outside on the golf course, and they had the DJ playing music to walk down the aisle. Well, of course, he had it blaring at first. I guess the golfers were, just complaining about the sound, and it was loud, so I had to come, and go back to the DJ and have them actually turn the music down, and it was just a mess. So there was about 50 people also in their wedding party that I had to constantly keep an eye on and make sure they were listening at all times. So it was a challenge.
Definitely the glue that kept that one together. Sounds good. Tell me about any current weddings you are planning.
What I'm planning, her wedding is in 2011, and we're having it at a winery. And the style is really just natural and earthy, but we're also going to incorporate a wine theme. So we're going to do wine corks glued together that'll hold the place card holder. I'm actually making a wine barrel myself for the gift card holder, and I'm going to decorate it with grapes and vines. We're going to do big cherry blossom trees for the centerpieces with lighting, and flip-flops for the guests to use on the dance floor, and sparklers as they exit. So just tons of things. And also, we're going to hire a painter to come in and actually paint the reception as it's happening. So I think that'll look really cool, and they can hang it in their living room and always remember it.
Wow, innovative. Great ideas. What are some of the most unusual, unique weddings you've planned?
I would say my one bride, she did a destination wedding in Jamaica, and she wanted to come back and not have the standard usual reception. So we held it at Dave & Buster's. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but it's basically a big, huge adult game room. So we rented out a room and had shuffleboard and pool tables, and gave everyone a little card that had money on it so they could use on the games as their favor. And it was just really fun and laid back.
Wow, interesting. Okay, tell me about all of the strange or unusual factors that are involved in planning a wedding. Example, the families hating each other, dressing, drama, crazy brides.
I would say some mothers, because if they didn't get their dream wedding 20 years ago, they come in with full reins, and they just want to take over, and kind of have to step in. And kind of play the mediator between the two, and I had one mom that had an etiquette book of herself, and she pulled it out every time we went to a meeting or talked about anything, and she looked up if it was the true etiquette for something. So it's just funny to see all different types of personalities.
Anything with the planning processes? Just
Fighting. They argued all the time, and it made me feel very uncomfortable. So.
But you got through it.
Yep.
Good. All right. Now, what has been the most stressful part of planning a wedding?
I would say working with unprofessional vendors that sometimes can be crazy. I mean, they have like restraining orders against them that they have shared with my brides. I'm like, who would tell a bride that? Too much information. She would badmouth all of the other vendors to her staff, and her staff actually came up to me talking to me about it, which, you know, can tell you what type of person she is if they're coming to me about things. So I really just had to step in that day and just make sure that, you know, things were going to get taken care of, even though she was a little unprofessional. She eventually ended up getting fired where she was at. So.
Any other stressful parts of planning a wedding?
I mean, there's always stressful parts, but I'm good at dealing with stress and multitasking, so for me it's easy. And I think that's why we're in business as wedding planners, because most people can't handle those challenges and stresses of planning a wedding, and I actually enjoy it.
What challenges do you face with planning weddings?
I would say my biggest challenge is getting brides or couples to really make decisions. They always come to me a lot of times and they just don't know, and they're going in so many different directions that I have to kind of bring them down, and I just try to present the options that I think is best for what they're telling me, and then I help them decide based on their personality and what fits their budget.
What is your ultimate goal when planning a wedding?
My ultimate goal is to take a couple's vision and make it a reality. You know, they come to me with their dreams, and I just love putting my own personal and unique touches to it to make their day just rememberable forever.
Why should we pick you to be a wedding planner? On whose wedding is it anyway?
I think you need to pick me because I will bring something unique and personal to your show, and I just love the drama and all the fun that comes with planning a wedding. Thank you.